Last month, U.S. Marshals launched Operation Backtrack in Royce City, Texas. A massive search effort to locate this man, Brian Keith Freeman. He's wanted for murdering his ex-fiancée inside her Ward, Arkansas home nearly 3 years ago. But over the past several days, we've been showing you exclusive footage as Marshals try and hunt down anything related to him, including his remains. Tonight, an in-depth look at the final 2 days of the operation that so far hasn't produced any solid evidence. We begin in Sector 3, an open field caked in mud. In the distance, pockets of wooded areas not far from Ground Zero.
He had pulled in beside those trees.
The spot where Brian Keith Freeman ditched his truck roughly 4 days after murdering his ex-fiancée Lori Hannah inside her Ward, Arkansas home.
Yesterday, the game plan was to start on the outside of our search area, work our way in. And today, we're starting back at what we're calling Ground Zero, where his truck was discovered, and we're going to work our way out.
Our cadaver dog, Nova, doesn't hit a scent, so we move to Sector 18.
Probably going to find parking right here, which puts us about maybe 100 yards from where we're at.
Other teams are nearby covering different sectors, each one falling within a documented zone where Freeman was known to have made his last known phone call to a female friend of his.
He told her that he had done a horrible thing, said that he was somewhere in Texas, said he had abandoned his truck, said he'd walked away from it, had walked into a wooded area, and that he intended to kill himself.
We cruise up and down a railroad track as Nova scours the brush. If she comes across human remains, we'll know immediately.
Her final trained response is to sit and bark, grab my attention on it.
After 4 hours of searching, teams are given a short break, but it doesn't last long. Where are we heading now?
So we're heading to an area we're calling Sector 13. It's close proximity to where the vehicle was found at. And there we've had one of our cadaver dogs has alerted to that area.
The alert happened here at this old beat-up abandoned shack. Nova and her handler are brought in to see if she alerts, but she doesn't. It's another dead end. The search is long, exhaustive, and difficult to navigate. Finding anything in this thick, nasty brush, especially human remains, nearly impossible.
Unfortunately, all of this area sits in a floodplain. I've seen flood markings on trees up to 3 or 4 foot high. We've seen game cameras with flood wash over the top of them.
The next day, conditions only get worse. It's now too dangerous to conduct a third and final search, so Deputy Hammonds and the rest of the team huddle at the command center and wait.
We've searched all the areas that were primarily in question. We've got a few places that we're going to go back and do some walkthroughs as soon as this weather clears up.
But Mother Nature refuses to cooperate. Several hours later, Operation Backtrack comes to a stop with no sign of Freeman or his remains. Yet Hammonds calls the search a success.
I mean, we always had the question of whether or not he did actually kill himself here in these woods. So we've answered that question now. We know that he did not, die in these woods. So now the next step is finding out, how he got out of this area and where he went to from there.
Deputy Hammonds did tell me it's disappointing that Freeman's reins or any of his personal belongings were not found in the woods, but he is refusing to give up. He told me they'll regroup and start over with new investigators, a new fresh set of eyes, and that they have other avenues to try and flush him out or get new leads as to where he might be. And Donna, Deputy Hammonds also told me that he has 13 and a half years left before he retires. And his primary goal is to make sure that the Freeman case is not on his desk when that time comes.
When he retires, yeah, I can understand that. I have to wonder about the family too, knowing that they were searching and hopefully putting an end to this, and the saga continues.
That's got to be extremely difficult.
Yeah.
I know we talked to Lori Hannah's mother while that search was being conducted, and she was extremely hopeful, and she was also helping with the investigation. But unfortunately, the results did not come back the way they wanted. But they're not going to give up, and they won't until someone or something cracks this case wide open.
Okay. All right, Kevin. Thank you.